Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're exploring a topic that I think really resonates with so many of us. It's the profound and, often challenging impact of platforms like Instagram on our mental health. We've gone through a whole stack of sources you shared with us, and our mission here really is to pull out those crucial insights, give you a clearer understanding of this serious and, well, deeply personal issue. Let's break it down.
Yeah, it's so important we talk about this. I mean, social media isn't just part of life anymore, is it? For so many people, it's like woven right into their daily existence. Its sheer ubiquity makes looking critically at the effects, well, it's essential for everyone. And this deep dive, will really unpack what these sources are telling us about this complex relationship, screens and minds.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Instagram's design, it's fundamentally a highlight reel, right? That's how it's built. It showcases the best moments, like, the vacations, the parties, the perfect selfies. But what are the sources saying about what gets left out? The bad days, the struggles, the loneliness behind all those filters?
Exactly. And that's precisely what the sources call the highlight reel effect. It's not just seeing the perfect stuff, it's the absence of the messy stuff, the struggles. That's what subtly kind of rewires how we see things. Our brains see these polished show reels and, well, they start thinking everyone else's life is just smooth sailing. And that fosters this really insidious kind of comparison. You end up comparing your own unedited reality, your behind the scenes, to their highlight reel. And the consequences are clear in the sources. Lower self-esteem, feeling inadequate, that constant FOMO, fear of missing out. It's more than just FOMO, though. It's deeper. It erodes self-acceptance.
That's feeling of inadequacy.
Right. And think about when it hits hardest. Maybe scrolling late at night, alone in bed. It feels very real then.
It absolutely does. It cuts deep, and I think many people listening can recognize that feeling instantly. But like you said, these platforms aren't just passive displays. There's something powerful working underneath.
Let's dig into the algorithms. We hear they show us what's relevant, but the sources really push us to ask, relevant for whom? Is their idea of relevant actually good for our well-being?
That's such a critical point. And the sources, they're pretty clear. Instagram's algorithm, it's designed specifically to keep users hooked. Engagement is the goal.
Not necessarily our benefit.
Not necessarily. It prioritizes stuff that gets reactions. That means, like the sources say, controversial posts, unrealistic beauty standards, drama, endless doom
Scrolling, yeah.
And what's really kind of chilling is how the algorithm learns your vulnerabilities. It picks up on your fears and insecurities, and then, it feeds that right back to you.
Wow.
Which can make anxiety, depression, all of that worse, especially the sources highlight for teenagers.
Yeah, that's worrying. It is. There's a specific statistic cited. Teens who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media are twice as likely to experience mental health issues.
3 hours? That sounds like a lot, but also maybe not anymore.
We'll connect that to this stark fact. Most teens are online more than 5 hours a day.
5 hours? Good grief. That's a huge chunk of their day.
It's an astonishing amount of exposure, especially when the content might be actively harmful.
That statistic is chilling. 5 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. And thinking beyond just the feed, the visual aspect itself is huge, isn't it? Especially for self-perception. We know about filters, Facetune.
Yeah.
But now there's AI-generated beauty, too. What did the sources say about the specific psychological toll, this constant push for visual perfection?
You've really hit on a core issue there. These tools create this immense pressure to look perfect. And it's a standard that, frankly, is just impossible to actually meet.
Right. It's not real.
It's not real. And the sources point out something interesting. Even the influencers, the ones setting the trends often, are now starting to admit it. They're saying, look, I don't actually look like my photos, but the damage is being done. This chase for an unattainable ideal. It's directly linked in the sources to rising cases of body dysmorphia, especially among young girls. They're chasing an image that, like you said, often doesn't even exist in reality, setting themselves up for failure and feeling bad about it.
Like chasing a ghost. An impossible standard.
But
And speaking of things that keep us chasing, that dopamine hit, everyone talks about it. You get a like, a comment, and it feels good. For a second, is that just a side effect or?
oh, it's absolutely not accidental, that feeling. It's engineered.
Engineered.
Yeah. The sources use a really strong analogy. Social media is engineered like a casino. Think about that. Addictive, rewarding in little bursts, and really hard to quit.
Like pulling a slot machine lever.
Exactly. All those features, the notifications popping up, the streaks you don't want to break, the infinite scroll, they're designed meticulously to hijack your brain's reward system.
Hijack. Strong word.
It fits. And it creates this clear loop, according to the sources. The more hooked you get, the more you use it, the worse your mental health potentially becomes. And what's really insightful or maybe worrying is that many users don't even realize they're trapped in it. They feel anxious or down, but they might blame other things, not seeing the platform's role.
That casino analogy really lands. It makes it so clear how deliberate this all is, which, okay, it raises the big question. If we're kind of caught in this engineered loop, what can we actually do? How do we get back some control, protect our mental well-being in this digital world? What do the sources recommend? Practical steps.
Right. This is where, the rubber meets the road. What can you do? And the sources offer 5 really concrete steps, things you can actually implement. First, set time limits. Use those screen time apps on your phone. Create actual boundaries.
Okay, practical. Makes sense.
Second, mute or unfollow accounts that make you feel bad. Actively curate your feed. Make it a healthier space for you.
Be ruthless about it.
Absolutely. Third, follow creators who spread positivity and realism. Choose content that genuinely lifts you up, not tears you down.
Find the good stuff.
Fourth, take regular social media detox days. Just step away completely. Give your brain a break from the noise, the comparison.
A full reset.
Yeah. And finally, maybe the most crucial one, talk to someone if you're feeling overwhelmed. Don't just internalize it. Don't suffer in silence.
Reach out.
Reach out. These are all actionable things that give you ways to navigate this landscape more consciously and hopefully reclaim some well-being.
That's powerful, really practical advice for anyone listening. And remember, you're not alone if you feel the pressure from social media. It is powerful. But as the sources remind us, so are you.
And maybe just a final thought to leave you with. In this world that's so shaped by, digital filters, algorithms, think about this. How might consciously choosing our online interactions, how might that actually redefine our sense of self, our sense of community? Something to reflect on. Maybe explore your own relationship with these platforms a bit more.